I recently learned something about Islam that I genuinely think is going to help someone who might be struggling. So I really wanted to share it because it is just so beautiful. So Islam is supposed to be easy for us, right? It's not supposed to be difficult to be a Muslim and it's not supposed to be a burden on your life. However, there are times when fulfilling some Islamic obligations can be really difficult. And this is something which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has recognized and has come up with a solution. Alhamdulillah. So I learned this when I was learning all about Islamic jurisprudence and rulings in my second Islamic Sciences diploma, where basically if you are doing like an obligation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're doing something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let's say you're wearing the hijab, but you absolutely hate it. You hate wearing the hijab, right? You are uncomfortable. You don't like the way it feels. You don't like the way you look in it. You'd rather have the wind in your hair and on your neck. But you still keep the hijab on for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because you've recognized that it is an obligation from Him to you. So you keep the hijab on your head. Because you are fighting all of these internal feelings that you've got, you are fighting your disdain and your not want for wearing it, and you are continuing to wear it anyway for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are rewarded for that. Just for fulfilling an obligation, for going against your feelings and for continuing to fight for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep the hijab on your head, you are rewarded for that. Like between you and someone else who is just wearing the hijab because they enjoy it and they don't have those same feelings, like there is a chance, inshallah, that you're going to get additional rewards because you are fighting all of those internal feelings and you are still keeping that piece of material, the hijab, on your head because you recognize it's an obligation. So if you're struggling within Islam right now, just remember that just fulfilling those obligations and continuing to do so, inshallah, Allah is going to reward you because you are fighting all of your natural instincts for the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you are struggling, make sure to reach out because the ummah is here for a reason.